step in terms of the thought of outreach, is reaching outside. For what I've always thought of it is reaching outside of our normal core business. And one thing, I live in Western North Carolina, and I don't live in Washington or New York or some other multicultural cities, which I wish I did, but have not chosen to for other reasons. However, I'm one of the few multicultural events in my region. I'm one of two, to be specific. So what are some other terminologies that, I consider the Smithsonian to be the pinnacle of our mentors in this business, so we're counting on you, James. So can you give us some examples of terminology that may start propelling us towards this thought pattern?
One is voice. I don't want to get too theoretical or academic here, but you do need to get a little theoretical and academic beyond the pragmatic. Everybody has a voice, and not every white person in Western North Carolina thinks or feels alike or comes from the same tradition. This is where we've been so racialized that we think that race is culture. Race is not culture. Culture is ways of knowing and doing and feeling. It does not come in your genes. That's why you can lose it. That's why your children can turn against it, because they come up with another imaginative perspective, another criteria for what is good, truth, and beautiful. So, voice. I would say to the quote-unquote white people in Western North Carolina, how many cultural traditions and artistic expressions and traditions do you come from? And help them to understand that it goes beyond the pigment of their skin. And that all of those other people, all of those new Latinos, those Salvadorians who are now populating the Carolinas, some of them are rural, some of them are urban. Most of them are Catholic, increasingly they are Protestant. Those are cultural, expressive issues. And in there are the arts, the aesthetic dimensions, the imagination. And this is where these kinds of professional forums, not just waiting once a year to do it, but these are the deeper discussions that I think the community of interest has got to discuss and debate beyond the pragmatics. You do have to put people in butts on seats and marketing departments and all of that. But we are still rehearsing the breakthrough of the 1960s, and it's time for us to have new concepts about this. And I don't have the answer for you, but I think I do have the direction of the discussions and the debates that you must have, and the new kinds of constructs that we can do. So voice is one of those, and I bring you back to Bill Ivey. I disagree with Ivey on something, so I'm not here to be the banner for Bill Ivey, but I think he's onto something about expressive lives. And white people are not just white, they're culturally different. You follow what I'm saying? And we're still stuck in a time that this is a black person, this is a green person, this is a straight person, this is a gay person, this is a transsexual person. And all of those people are different ways of knowing and doing that they have cultivated, they have decided that they want to get into, and they're not just inhabiting those external. That was a great breakthrough in the 60s, that we could get beyond male and female, black and white, Latino, and so forth and so on. So that's the direction that I would urge. And I don't want to guilt trip you, I don't mean to do that, but I do want to push you, all of us, to think deeper about what we do about this area of the arts, these expressive dimensions of our humanity that go beyond regions of what the